Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coins TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. The 1974 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent or penny, is part of the long-running series that features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The obverse design, created by Victor David Brenner, portrays Lincoln in a dignified profile facing right, capturing his thoughtful expression, strong jawline, and characteristic beard, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the coin's year, 1974, clearly stamped. The reverse of the coin from this year, prior to the 1959 redesigns and before the 2009 bicentennial, features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The memorial, meticulously detailed in miniature on the coin's reverse, shows the statue of Lincoln sitting inside, flanked by the words, "United States of America," and "Et pluribus unum," with the denomination, 1 cent, prominently displayed. Made primarily of copper, the 1974 pennies consist of a 95% copper and 5% zinc composition, as the zinc-only core pennies were not yet introduced, which began in 1982, giving the coin a distinct reddish-brown appearance that can develop a rich patina over time with age. The minting of the 1974 penny occurred at 3 locations: the Philadelphia Mint No mint mark, the Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, with San Francisco producing proof sets rather than circulation coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced the bulk of coins for everyday use, while the Denver Mint added millions more for commerce, ensuring wide circulation, while the San Francisco proofs were struck in higher quality for collectors, with a mirror-like finish and sharp relief details. The coin's diameter is 19.05 mm, thickness 1.52 mm, and it weighs 3.11 grams, consistent with the copper Lincoln cent specifications. During 1974, no major errors or unusual mint varieties were widely circulated, making most of these pennies fairly common, though collectors sometimes seek out minor variations such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or die cracks, which can increase value significantly in rare cases. While largely valued at face value for general circulation, uncirculated or proof examples, particularly those with perfect luster or preserved toning, are sought after by numismatists and can command a premium in coin collecting circles. This year's penny also reflects an era of U.S. economic history marked by inflation in the early stages of the post-1960s metal composition changes, which makes it historically interesting as well as aesthetically appealing. Today, 1974 Lincoln cents serve not only as functional currency but also as collectible pieces that capture mid-20th century American minting practices, Lincoln's enduring legacy, and the evolution of the nation's coinage, offering coin enthusiasts, historians, and casual collectors alike a tangible connection to both American history and numismatic art. Beyond its basic design and composition, the 1974 Lincoln cent holds significance in the broader context of U.S. numismatic history, reflecting both technological and cultural aspects of coin production in the 1970s. This period in the U.S. Mint was characterized by the continued use of traditional high-relief dies and manual inspection processes, which ensured that coins maintained consistent detail despite mass production. The Lincoln Memorial reverse, while seemingly simple, contains intricate features that challenge the minting process, such as the miniature depiction of Lincoln's seated statue and the delicate columns of the memorial, which required precise engraving to avoid die wear or errors. Coins from this era often show subtle variations in strike quality, luster, and color, depending on the mint, the specific die used, and the handling after minting. For example, Philadelphia minted coins no mint mark tend to show slightly sharper relief on the obverse in some years, whereas Denver minted coins occasionally exhibit minor die doubling or variations in the alignment of the Liberty inscription. Collectors often examine these coins for toning patterns, which occur naturally over decades as copper reacts with air and moisture, creating colors ranging from light reddish-brown to deep chocolate hues, sometimes with hints of blue, green, or purple iridescence. The 1974 penny also serves as a representative example of the last decade before the major copper content changes of 1982, making it interesting for those studying the economic and metallurgical history of U.S. coinage. During 1974, there was also an increasing demand for coins among collectors, spurred by the rise of hobbyist interest in proof sets and mint sets, which were marketed as premium collectible items. The San Francisco proof coins from this year, identifiable by the small s mint mark, are highly valued for their mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, often preserved in protective packaging to maintain their pristine condition. These proof coins not only appealed to collectors of all ages but also reflected the mint's efforts to produce coins suitable for presentation and display, rather than just circulation. Additionally, the 1974 Lincoln cent is a snapshot of American culture and economy during the mid-1970s, a time of rising inflation, shifting industrial practices, and an emphasis on historical commemoration through coinage. The penny's depiction of Lincoln, a figure symbolizing unity, freedom, and leadership, served as a constant reminder of the nation's foundational values amid social and economic changes. Today, numismatists often study 1974 pennies not only for their physical characteristics but also for the context of their production, examining mint records, die varieties, and historical documentation to understand how these small, everyday objects encapsulate broader trends in U.S. history. Even ordinary circulated pennies from 1974 carry subtle clues about wear patterns, storage conditions, and circulation routes, making them small historical artifacts as well as coins. For serious collectors, uncirculated or proof coins from this year are often graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, with grades ranging from MS60 to MS70, where the highest grade examples can be worth multiples of their face value. Overall, the 1974 1-cent coin stands as a blend of artistry, history, metallurgy, and economics, offering both casual observers and dedicated numismatists a rich story that extends far beyond its small size and humble denomination. When discussing the value and collectibility of the 1974 Lincoln cent, it is important to understand that while most coins from this year remain at face value due to their high mintage, certain specimens can be significantly more valuable depending on condition, rarity, and mint mark. Uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, are highly sought after by collectors, as they exhibit original luster, sharp strike details, and minimal contact marks or imperfections. The San Francisco S proof pennies of 1974 are particularly prized because of their flawless, mirror-like finish and precision striking, making them popular in proof sets and individual collections. Even among circulated coins, collectors look for minor variations, such as slight die cracks, double dies, or repunched mint marks, which occur infrequently and can dramatically increase a coin's value to the numismatic market. Additionally, toning patterns caused by decades of oxidation can add aesthetic appeal, with coins exhibiting chocolate brown, reddish orange, or rainbow iridescence often commanding premiums among collectors who value visual uniqueness. The Denver D mint pennies of this year, while common, sometimes display subtle differences in strike depth and alignment compared to Philadelphia issues, creating opportunities for careful collectors to differentiate and assemble mint-specific sets. For historical and investment purposes, the 1974 penny also represents a prelude to the 1982 copper shortage and composition change, making it an interesting study in U.S. coin metallurgy, as collectors and investors alike note that copper coins from this era contain approximately 3.11 grams of mostly copper, offering intrinsic metal value beyond the numismatic interest. High-grade specimens today can sell for several dollars to collectors, while rare varieties, error coins, or perfect proofs may reach tens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on market demand and scarcity. Collectors often seek to preserve these coins in acid-free holders, coin capsules, or slabs to maintain their condition, prevent corrosion, and maximize long-term value. Beyond monetary worth, the 1974 Lincoln cent carries historical and educational value, as it teaches about mid-20th century U.S. minting techniques, Lincoln's enduring symbolic presence on American currency, and the evolution of small denomination coins over decades. For enthusiasts building comprehensive Lincoln cent collections, the 1974 penny is considered an essential inclusion, bridging the gap between the classic copper coins of the early 20th century and the transitional issues of the late 1970s and early 1980s, combining both collectible charm and practical accessibility, which makes it an enduring favorite in coin albums, educational displays, and investment portfolios. The 1978 1-cent coin, part of the enduring Lincoln cent series that has been in continuous production since 1909, represents a continuation of the classic design honoring Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history, whose profile appears on the obverse of every penny since the coin's inception. The obverse design, created by Victor David Brenner, features a detailed right-facing portrait of Lincoln, capturing his thoughtful expression, prominent cheekbones, and distinctive beard, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," to the left, and the year, 1978, clearly inscribed to the right of his portrait. This year's Lincoln cent maintains the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and to replace the wheat ears reverse that had been used from 1909 to 1958. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial in miniature, complete with its iconic columns and a subtle rendering of the seated Lincoln statue visible inside, framed by the inscriptions, "United States of America," and "E pluribus unum," with the denomination, 1 cent, prominently displayed at the bottom. The 1978 cent was struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving the coin its characteristic reddish-brown color, which can develop a rich patina or toning over decades depending on storage conditions. Its dimensions remain consistent with other modern Lincoln cents: a diameter of 19.05 mm, a thickness of 1.52 mm, and a weight of 3.11 grams, making it small yet durable enough for widespread circulation. The coin was minted at 3 locations: the Philadelphia Mint No mint mark, the Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, with Philadelphia and Denver coins intended for circulation and San Francisco primarily producing proof coins for collectors. During this year, most coins were widely circulated, yet uncirculated examples from Philadelphia or Denver, as well as proof coins from San Francisco, are highly valued by collectors for their luster, sharp detail, and historical significance. Collectors pay particular attention to subtle variations that can occur due to die differences, such as double dies, minor die cracks, repunched mint marks, or variations in strike strength, which can make certain coins rare and highly sought after. Circulated coins often show different stages of wear, oxidation, and toning, resulting in reddish, brown, or even multicolored rainbow surfaces that enhance visual appeal for collectors seeking unique specimens. The 1978 Lincoln cent also represents an era just prior to major metal composition changes in 1982, making it a stable example of the classic copper-rich penny, and offering both numismatic and educational value by demonstrating mid-20th century minting practices. For collectors, high-grade examples, graded MS63 or higher, retain nearly full luster and sharp detail, while proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, graded PF65 or higher, are considered particularly desirable due to their mirror-like finish and meticulous striking. The coin's relatively high mintage means that most specimens remain at or near face value, yet coins in exceptional condition or with rare die errors can command premiums ranging from a few dollars to several tens of dollars, reflecting both scarcity and collector demand. Beyond their monetary value, these coins serve as historical artifacts, representing U.S. society, economy, and minting technology of the late 1970s, as well as the ongoing cultural reverence for Lincoln as a symbol of freedom, unity, and leadership. For hobbyists and serious numismatists, the 1978 penny is an important piece to include in Lincoln cent collections, date and mint sets, and proof collections, bridging the era of traditional copper coins with the approaching changes in U.S. coinage, while offering both aesthetic appeal and tangible connection to American history. In addition, the coin's accessibility for beginner collectors, combined with its potential for high-grade rarity, ensures that it remains a key collectible, educational tool, and investment for enthusiasts who appreciate the artistry, history, and cultural significance embedded in even the smallest denominations of U.S. currency. In terms of mint production, the 1978 Lincoln cent was issued in substantial quantities, with the Philadelphia Mint producing hundreds of millions of coins for general circulation without a mint mark, making these among the most commonly encountered 1978 pennies today, while the Denver Mint, identifiable by the D mint mark, contributed a similarly large number to meet nationwide demand, ensuring that these coins were widely available in commerce. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced high-quality proof coins with the S mint mark, which were struck using specially polished dies and planchettes to achieve a mirror-like surface and sharp detail, appealing primarily to collectors and investors rather than for everyday use. Despite the high overall mintage, careful collectors often seek out subtle variations and anomalies that make certain coins more valuable or historically interesting. These include doubled dies, where an image or lettering appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the die, repunched mint marks where the mint mark was stamped more than once causing faint overlaps, and minor die cracks or die chips which can appear as raised lines or small imperfections on the coin's surface, all of which are meticulously documented by numismatic references and grading organizations. Additionally, coins from this era sometimes exhibit differences in strike depth, planchette color, or surface luster between the Philadelphia and Denver issues, giving collectors opportunities to assemble complete mint-specific sets that highlight these nuances. Toning patterns, which develop naturally over decades as copper interacts with air and moisture, can create aesthetically striking effects ranging from deep reddish-brown to golden orange, and occasionally even rainbow iridescence, making certain circulated coins highly desirable for their visual uniqueness despite minor wear. From a collector's perspective, high-grade uncirculated coins, particularly those graded MS65 to MS67, are valued not only for their near-perfect condition but also as representative examples of U.S. coinage quality in the late 1970s, while proof coins graded PF65 to PF70 are highly sought after due to their flawless mirror-like surfaces and sharp relief, often preserved in protective holders to maintain their pristine condition. Even though most 1978 pennies remain at face value, these higher-grade or rare variety coins can command premiums ranging from several dollars to significantly more depending on demand, rarity, and condition. Moreover, the 1978 Lincoln cent provides insight into the historical and economic context of the era, reflecting U.S. minting practices before the major copper-to-zinc composition shift in 1982, offering collectors and historians a tangible link to American monetary history. The coin's enduring symbolism, durability, and accessibility make it a staple for date and mint collectors, proof set enthusiasts, and numismatic historians, while its subtle variations, collectible potential, and aesthetic qualities ensure that it remains an essential, educational, and historically valuable piece of the Lincoln cent series. For anyone seeking to build a comprehensive Lincoln cent collection, the 1978 penny is a crucial year, providing a bridge between widely circulated, everyday coins and premium collector-grade examples that capture the artistry, detail, and cultural significance of U.S. coinage in the late 20th century, making it both a functional coin and a collectible treasure with historical, educational, and investment appeal. Although the 1978 Lincoln cent is generally common, certain rare varieties and minting errors from this year have become highly sought after among collectors and numismatists, providing opportunities for notable premiums above face value. One such category includes double die obverse coins, where letters, numbers, or elements of Lincoln's portrait appear duplicated due to a misalignment during the die preparation process. These errors are particularly valued because they are easily identifiable yet scarce, making them a point of interest for advanced collectors. Another collectible category involves repunched mint marks, most often seen on Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, coins, where the mint mark was stamped more than once, creating subtle overlapping impressions that reveal the intricacies of the minting process. Die cracks and die chips, which appear as raised lines or small blobs of metal on the coin's surface, can also increase value, especially when prominently visible on key areas of the coin, such as the date, the word, Liberty, or the Lincoln Memorial columns on the reverse. Coins exhibiting exceptional toning, natural color changes ranging from deep chocolate brown to vivid reddish orange, and occasionally with rainbow-like iridescence, are particularly attractive to collectors who prioritize aesthetic uniqueness in addition to rarity. High-grade, uncirculated 1978 pennies, typically graded MS63 to MS67, are considered prime candidates for investment and display, while proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, graded PF65 to PF70, remain highly desirable for their mirror-like finish, sharp relief, and flawless surfaces, often preserved in protective holders or coin slabs to maintain long-term value. Market trends for 1978 pennies indicate that while most circulated coins remain at face value, uncirculated and proof examples, as well as those with notable minting errors, can sell for anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Serious numismatists often seek to assemble complete mint sets of this year, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco coins, in both circulated and uncirculated grades, ensuring representation of all variations and mint marks. The 1978 Lincoln cent also serves as an educational piece, highlighting U.S. minting techniques, material composition, and historical context before the copper shortages and composition changes of the early 1980s, making it a valuable tool for both teaching and research. Collectors are advised to handle coins carefully, use acid-free holders or coin capsules, and consult reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC to accurately determine condition and potential market value. Beyond monetary worth, the 1978 penny carries cultural and historical significance, as Lincoln's image continues to symbolize freedom, leadership, and national heritage, while the coin itself exemplifies the precision, craftsmanship, and evolution of American coinage. For hobbyists, investors, and historians alike, the 1978 Lincoln cent is more than just a small denomination. It is a tangible piece of U.S. history, a collectible item with potential financial value, and an essential component of any comprehensive Lincoln cent collection, bridging common circulated coins and rare, high-grade examples that reflect both artistry and historical legacy in a single, enduring coin. The 1986 1-cent coin, part of the enduring Lincoln cent series first introduced in 1909, continues the legacy of honoring Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose portrait graces the obverse of the coin, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features a right-facing profile of Lincoln, capturing his thoughtful expression, prominent cheekbones, and distinctive beard, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the year, 1986, to the right of his profile, all rendered in sharp relief to ensure legibility and aesthetic appeal. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, was designed in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and replaced the earlier Wheat Ears reverse. It depicts the memorial with intricate columns and a subtle depiction of the seated Lincoln statue visible within, framed by the inscriptions, United States of America, and E Pluribus Unum, with 1 cent, prominently displayed at the bottom. By 1986, the Lincoln cent had fully transitioned to its modern copper-plated zinc composition, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change implemented in 1982 to reduce production costs due to rising copper prices, which gives the coin a slightly lighter weight of 2.5 grams compared to earlier copper-rich pennies, while maintaining a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and thickness of 1.52 millimeters. The 1986 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S, with Philadelphia and Denver coins intended primarily for circulation and San Francisco striking high-quality proof coins for collectors. The mintage of 1986 pennies was substantial, with hundreds of millions produced at each major mint, making circulated coins very common and widely encountered in everyday commerce. Yet certain uncirculated examples, proof coins, and coins with mint errors are highly sought after by collectors and numismatists. Key collectible factors for 1986 pennies include mint condition, original luster, strike quality, toning, and rare die varieties, such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or minor die cracks, all of which can elevate a coin's value significantly above face value. Toning patterns that develop naturally over decades can range from light reddish-brown to deep chocolate hues, and occasionally exhibit multicolored iridescence, enhancing visual appeal for collectors who prioritize aesthetic uniqueness. High-grade uncirculated coins, graded MS-63 to MS-67, retain sharp details on Lincoln's portrait, the inscriptions, and the Lincoln Memorial columns, while proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, graded PF65 to PF70, are prized for their mirror-like finish and meticulous striking, often preserved in protective holders to maintain pristine condition. The 1986 Lincoln cent also reflects an era of economic adjustment and technological refinement at the U.S. Mint, illustrating the post-copper shortage period when coinage production adapted to more cost-efficient materials while maintaining consistent design and quality standards. From a collector's perspective, assembling a complete set of 1986 pennies, including all 3 mint marks, uncirculated and proof examples, as well as any notable die varieties, offers a comprehensive view of mid-1980s American coinage, while also providing a historically relevant snapshot of circulating currency during a period of inflation and changing metal markets. Despite the high mintage and general availability, certain coins can fetch modest premiums in the secondary market, particularly those with perfect luster, exceptional toning, or minor minting errors, demonstrating that even common year pennies can hold collectible and educational value. Beyond monetary considerations, the 1986 Lincoln cent continues to embody historical, cultural, and artistic significance, reflecting the enduring reverence for Abraham Lincoln, the evolution of U.S. minting practices, and the intersection of everyday utility and numismatic artistry, making it an essential coin for beginners, casual collectors, and seasoned numismatists alike who value both historical narrative and the tangible connection to America's financial and cultural heritage embedded within a single small but historically rich coin. In 1986, the Lincoln cent was produced in massive quantities across all 3 major mints, with the Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark and the Denver Mint D supplying billions of coins to meet the everyday needs of circulation, while the San Francisco Mint S focused primarily on high-quality proof coins intended for collectors. Despite the high production numbers, numismatists carefully examine 1986 pennies for subtle die variations, minting errors, and quality differences that can significantly affect a coin's desirability and value. Among the most sought-after varieties are double-die obverse coins, where letters, numerals, or parts of Lincoln's profile appear slightly doubled due to misalignment during die preparation, as well as repunched mint marks, which occur when the mint mark was stamped more than once, leaving faint overlapping impressions that reveal the intricacies of the minting process. Additionally, minor die cracks, die chips, and planchet imperfections sometimes occur, appearing as small raised lines or irregularities on the coin's surface, which can elevate the value of a specimen when clearly visible in areas such as the date, the word, Liberty, or on the Lincoln Memorial columns. Toning is another important factor for collectors. Coins that have developed rich reddish-brown, deep chocolate, or even multicolored iridescent surfaces over decades are particularly attractive, as natural toning not only enhances aesthetic appeal but can also indicate a coin's originality and unaltered condition. Uncirculated coins graded MS63 to MS67 are highly prized for their sharp relief, full luster, and minimal contact marks, while San Francisco proof coins graded PF65 to PF70 are among the most desirable, featuring mirror-like finishes, perfect strike quality, and intricate detail on both the obverse and reverse. The market for 1986 pennies reflects both their availability and collector interest. While most circulated coins remain at face value, pristine uncirculated examples, proofs, and error coins can command premiums ranging from a few dollars to several tens of dollars, depending on rarity, condition, and current demand among numismatists. The 1986 Lincoln cent also serves as a key example of the post-copper shortage era, illustrating the successful transition to a zinc-based core with copper plating, which reduced production costs without compromising durability or design integrity, and marking a significant phase in U.S. minting history. Collectors seeking to assemble complete mint sets often include all three mint marks, both circulated and uncirculated grades, and any known error varieties, providing a comprehensive snapshot of mid-1980s American coinage. Beyond its financial and collectible value, the 1986 penny holds educational and historical significance, offering insight into the techniques, materials, and cultural context of the time, while simultaneously preserving the symbolic legacy of Abraham Lincoln, who continues to represent freedom, leadership, and national unity. For hobbyists, serious collectors, and investors alike, the 1986 Lincoln cent remains an essential component of any Lincoln cent collection, combining accessibility, historical relevance, and potential numismatic value into a single small but historically rich coin that continues to fascinate and inspire interest decades after its minting. For collectors and investors interested in the 1986 Lincoln cent, understanding proper handling, storage, and evaluation techniques is essential to preserve value and maximize collectible appeal. Coins should be carefully handled by the edges to avoid fingerprints, oils, and scratches, as even minor surface contact can diminish both aesthetic quality and market value. Many serious collectors use acid-free coin holders, protective capsules, or slabs issued by professional grading services such as PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, to preserve uncirculated and proof coins in pristine condition, maintaining sharp details on Lincoln's profile, the Liberty inscription, the date, and the intricate columns of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Storage conditions are also critical. Pennies should be kept in a cool, dry environment away from direct sunlight, humidity, and fluctuating temperatures, which can cause corrosion, tarnishing, or undesirable toning. From an investment perspective, the 1986 Lincoln cent is particularly interesting because, while the majority of coins remain common and face value, certain high-grade uncirculated coins, proof coins, and error varieties carry premiums that can appreciate over time, especially as collectors seek to complete date and mint or proof sets. Coins with double dies, repunched mint marks, or prominent die cracks are often more desirable, as these anomalies are rare relative to the enormous mintage of standard circulation coins, and their scarcity makes them prized additions to advanced collections. Even naturally toned circulated coins, exhibiting rich reddish-brown, chocolate, or multicolored surfaces, can attract collectors who value unique visual characteristics combined with originality. Market trends for 1986 pennies indicate that while standard circulated coins trade at face value, MS-65 plus uncirculated examples often sell for several dollars. Proof coins from San Francisco can command $10 to $50 depending on grade, and rare error coins or exceptionally high-grade specimens may reach higher values in auctions or private sales. The 1986 penny also represents a historically significant period in U.S. coinage, as it illustrates the early years of the post-copper shortage zinc core pennies, reflecting both economic decisions and technological adjustments by the U.S. Mint. For educational purposes, it demonstrates minting precision, die preparation, and quality control standards of the mid-1980s, while maintaining the iconic imagery of Lincoln that has symbolized freedom, leadership, and American heritage for over a century. Collectors building a comprehensive Lincoln cent collection often include multiple examples from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, ensuring representation of both circulation coins and pristine proofs, while also seeking out any known die varieties or minor errors to add uniqueness and historical context. Overall, the 1986 Lincoln cent remains not only a functional piece of currency but also a collectible, educational, and potentially valuable item for numismatists, hobbyists, and investors, combining historical significance, artistry, accessibility, and potential long-term value in a single, enduring coin that continues to capture interest decades after its release. The 1987 1-cent coin, part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series that has been produced continuously since 1909, carries forward the enduring tribute to Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait on the obverse was designed by Victor David Brenner and remains one of the most recognized images in American numismatics. The obverse features a detailed right-facing profile of Lincoln, highlighting his thoughtful expression, prominent cheekbones, and distinctive beard, framed by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1987, to the right, all rendered with precision in sharp relief. The reverse, introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, depicts the Lincoln Memorial, complete with miniature columns and a subtle rendering of the seated Lincoln statue visible inside, framed by "United States of America," and "E Pluribus Unum," with the denomination, 1 cent, clearly displayed at the bottom. By 1987, the Lincoln cent had fully adopted the modern copper-plated zinc composition, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, giving the coin a slightly lighter weight of 2.5 grams, while retaining the standard diameter of 19.05 mm and thickness of 1.52 mm, ensuring both durability and consistency for circulation. The 1987 penny was minted at 3 primary locations: the Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark, the Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, with Philadelphia and Denver coins intended for everyday circulation and San Francisco primarily producing proof coins of exceptional quality for collectors. While most 1987 pennies are relatively common due to high mintage numbers at each mint, careful collectors seek coins with uncirculated condition, full luster, sharp strike quality, and natural toning, which enhance both aesthetic appeal and collectible value. Important factors for collector attention include double die obverse varieties, where elements of Lincoln's portrait, the date, or letters appear slightly doubled due to die misalignment, repunched mint marks, most often on Denver D or San Francisco S coins, and minor die cracks or die chips, which create small raised imperfections on the coin's surface, adding uniqueness and scarcity to certain specimens. Toning patterns, which develop over decades, can vary from rich reddish-brown to deep chocolate hues, and occasionally exhibit iridescent or rainbow coloration, increasing desirability for collectors seeking visually striking examples. High-grade uncirculated coins, typically graded MS63 to MS67, are prized for maintaining sharp details on Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions, and the Lincoln Memorial, while San Francisco proof coins, graded PF65 to PF70, are especially sought after for their mirror-like finish, precise relief, and flawless surfaces, often preserved in protective holders to maintain condition. Despite high circulation and widespread availability, certain rare error coins and perfect uncirculated examples from 1987 can command premiums in the secondary market, with prices ranging from a few dollars for common uncirculated coins to tens or even hundreds of dollars for proofs, exceptional errors, or high-grade specimens. The 1987 Lincoln cent also illustrates the post-1982 era of zinc core pennies, reflecting both cost-effective minting practices and consistency in design quality, providing collectors with a tangible example of U.S. coinage evolution during the late 20th century. Beyond monetary value, the coin embodies historical and cultural significance, symbolizing freedom, leadership, and national heritage, while serving as an educational artifact demonstrating mid-1980s minting techniques, die preparation, and quality control standards. For hobbyists and numismatists building comprehensive Lincoln cent collections, the 1987 penny is an essential year to include, representing both circulated and uncirculated examples across multiple mint marks, with opportunities to collect rare errors or uniquely toned specimens, offering a blend of historical relevance, aesthetic appeal, and collectible potential in a single, enduring coin that continues to captivate interest decades after its release. In terms of minting and production, the 1987 Lincoln cent was issued in very large quantities to satisfy circulation demands across the United States, with the Philadelphia Mint No Mint mark and the Denver Mint D producing the bulk of coins for everyday commerce, while the San Francisco Mint S focused on striking high-quality proof coins for collectors and numismatic sets. Despite the high mintage, careful collectors and numismatists pay attention to subtle variations and anomalies that can make certain coins more valuable, such as double die obverse coins, where parts of Lincoln's portrait, the date, or inscriptions appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment during die preparation, or repunched mint marks, particularly on Denver or San Francisco issues, leaving faint overlapping impressions that indicate intricate minting processes. Minor die cracks, die chips, and planchette imperfections are also observed on some 1987 pennies, appearing as small raised lines, blobs, or irregularities on the surface, often found near the date, the word, Liberty, or the Lincoln Memorial columns, and these small anomalies can enhance a coin's collectible appeal. Toning, which occurs naturally as the zinc and copper surfaces interact with air and moisture over decades, can produce coins with rich reddish-brown, chocolate, or even rainbow-hued surfaces, highly prized by collectors who seek unique visual characteristics in addition to condition. High-grade uncirculated coins, typically graded MS63 to MS67, retain sharp relief, full luster, and minimal contact marks, while San Francisco proof coins, graded PF65 to PF70, are particularly sought after for their mirror-like finish, sharp striking, and flawless surfaces, often preserved in protective holders or slabs to maintain condition. While most 1987 pennies remain at face value due to their common circulation, coins with perfect luster, exceptional toning, or notable mint errors can command premiums ranging from a few dollars to several tens of dollars, depending on rarity, grade, and market demand. The 1987 penny also exemplifies the post-1982 zinc core era of Lincoln cents, representing a period when the U.S. Mint successfully balanced cost-effective production with maintaining design integrity, providing collectors and historians with a tangible example of modern coinage evolution. For collectors building complete sets, including all mint marks and both circulation and proof coins, the 1987 Lincoln cent serves as a key year, offering opportunities to study subtle mint differences, die varieties, and the effects of natural toning while preserving historical and cultural significance. Beyond financial or investment considerations, the coin embodies the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, representing leadership, freedom, and national heritage, while also serving as an educational artifact illustrating minting practices, material composition, and the precision required in U.S. coin production. For hobbyists, numismatists, and collectors alike, the 1987 Lincoln cent is an essential component of a comprehensive Lincoln cent collection, offering both accessibility and collectible potential, as well as a direct connection to the artistry, history, and evolving technology of U.S. coinage in the late 20th century. For collectors and investors, maximizing the value and longevity of the 1987 Lincoln cent requires careful handling, proper storage, and strategic selection of coins for a collection. Coins should always be handled by the edges to prevent fingerprints, oils, or scratches, which can significantly reduce both aesthetic and monetary value. Serious collectors typically store uncirculated and proof coins in acid-free holders, protective coin capsules, or professionally graded slabs from services such as PCGS or NGC, which not only preserve the coin's condition but also provide certification and authentication, enhancing marketability and resale potential. Storage conditions should be stable, avoiding humidity, direct sunlight, and fluctuating temperatures, which can accelerate toning, corrosion, or surface damage. From an investment perspective, the 1987 penny is particularly interesting because, while the majority remain common and face value, coins with high grades MS65+ proof finishes PF65+, or notable mint errors such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or die cracks can command premiums and appreciate over time, particularly as collectors seek complete date and mint sets. Naturally toned coins, displaying rich reddish brown, deep chocolate, or even iridescent rainbow colors, are also highly desirable, as toning can enhance both beauty and originality. Market trends indicate that while circulated 1987 pennies trade at face value, uncirculated examples in high grade often sell for a few dollars to $10 or more, proofs for $10, $50 depending on grade, and rare errors or exceptionally well preserved coins may fetch higher prices in auctions or private sales. Collectors assembling comprehensive Lincoln cent collections often aim to include examples from all three mints, both circulated and uncirculated, as well as any known error varieties or coins with exceptional toning, ensuring a complete representation of the year. The 1987 penny also holds historical and educational value, illustrating the post-1982 copper-plated zinc composition, the precision of die striking, and U.S. mint practices during the mid-1980s, offering insight into coinage production techniques and material economics of the era. Beyond its monetary and collectible significance, the coin continues to honor Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing leadership, freedom, and national unity, while providing a tangible connection to American history for both casual collectors and dedicated numismatists. Overall, the 1987 Lincoln cent serves as a functional coin, a collectible item with investment potential, and an educational artifact, combining historical relevance, aesthetic appeal, and long-term value into a single, small but historically rich coin that remains a staple in any Lincoln cent collection, ensuring enduring interest and significance decades after its minting. The 1996 1-cent coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been produced by the United States Mint since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the 1996 penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained largely unchanged for more than a century, symbolizing Lincoln's enduring legacy as one of America's most revered presidents. The coin is made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, continuing the pre-1982 copper composition, though some pennies after 1982 were made with a primarily zinc core due to copper shortages. However, 1996 cents retained the traditional composition. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 for the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, with the tiny figure of Lincoln visible in the center of the memorial when viewed closely, reflecting the intricate craftsmanship of U.S. Mint engravers. In 1996, pennies were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S, with the San Francisco coins often being proof sets for collectors rather than circulation coins. These coins have a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a weight of 3.11 grams, and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, and are legal tender with a face value of 1 cent, although their numismatic value can be higher depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. Collectors pay close attention to varieties and errors in 1996 pennies, such as double dies, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes, which can increase a coin's value significantly. The 1996 Lincoln cent is a part of a modern-era collecting category, often included in circulation sets, uncirculated sets, and proof sets, making it accessible yet historically significant. Its historical importance lies not only in its representation of Lincoln and American heritage but also in its continued circulation at a time when penny production was undergoing changes in composition and mass production techniques. While most 1996 pennies in circulation are common and carry minimal collector value, pristine condition, uncirculated coins, or coins with rare mint errors can fetch higher prices among enthusiasts, reflecting both the economic and cultural significance of this small but iconic piece of American currency. Beyond its monetary value, the 1996 penny also serves as a symbol of American artistry, industrial progress, and historical commemoration, embodying the blend of tradition and modern minting technology of the late 20th century. Numismatists often appreciate the 1996 penny for its detailed design, historical resonance, and role in completing Lincoln cent collections, as it represents a snapshot of 1990s America while continuing a legacy that began in the early 20th century. The coin's details, such as the sharpness of Lincoln's profile, the intricate columns of the Lincoln Memorial, and the precise lettering of "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum," make it a small but remarkable example of coin artistry. In addition, the 1996 penny provides a lens into U.S. monetary policy, inflation, and production trends, as pennies continued to be minted despite rising production costs exceeding face value, highlighting debates about the penny's practicality and symbolism that continue today. Collectors often note that maintaining the original luster, avoiding scratches, and keeping the coin free from toning are key factors in preserving its collectible value. Overall, the 1996 1-cent coin is a blend of historical reverence, design continuity, and numismatic interest, serving both as an everyday item for transactions and as a collectible piece of American heritage, representing Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy, the artistry of the U.S. Mint, and the ongoing story of America's smallest denomination coin. Beyond its basic design and composition, the 1996 Lincoln cent is notable among numismatists for the subtle varieties and minting nuances that can significantly affect its collectibility and value. Coins struck at the Denver D and San Francisco S mints often exhibit slight differences in strike quality, luster, and die characteristics, which collectors carefully study. For instance, some 1996 D cents may show minor double die features, where the letters or numbers appear slightly shadowed due to misalignment during the die engraving process, making them rare and highly sought after in uncirculated condition. Similarly, proof coins from the San Francisco Mint display a mirror-like finish, with deeply polished fields and sharply frosted design elements, presenting a stark contrast to the more utilitarian circulation strikes from Philadelphia and Denver. The 1996 penny also offers insight into late 20th century minting techniques, including the use of automated presses, computer-controlled die preparation, and quality control processes that were designed to reduce errors while maintaining mass production efficiency. Despite these advancements, minor errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, or weakly struck details occasionally appear, and such anomalies can make otherwise common coins highly valuable to collectors. Moreover, the 1996 cent is part of the modern copper era, which is distinct from earlier 20th century cents in that the coins are more consistent in weight, alloy composition, and diameter due to technological improvements, yet they retain the historical Lincoln and memorial designs that link them to a century of U.S. coinage tradition. From a collector's perspective, completing a set of 1996 cents involves examining circulation strikes, mint sets, and proof sets, often with attention to eye appeal, toning, and surface condition, all of which influence market prices. Beyond its tangible characteristics, the 1996 Lincoln cent also holds educational and cultural significance, serving as a small but persistent reminder of Lincoln's legacy and of America's evolving monetary system during the 1990s, when debates over the penny's utility were beginning to intensify. As a result, this seemingly modest coin continues to captivate collectors, educators, and history enthusiasts alike, blending artistry, precision engineering, and historical storytelling into a single, ubiquitous piece of U.S. currency. When it comes to market value and collecting potential, the 1996 Lincoln cent is generally considered common among circulated coins, with most examples from Philadelphia and Denver worth only face value 1 cent in everyday circulation. However, uncirculated coins, especially those graded Mississippi 65 mint state or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command prices ranging from a few dollars to over $10 depending on eye appeal, luster, and surface preservation. Proof coins from the San Francisco S. Mint, part of annual proof sets, are often more valuable, particularly if they remain in pristine condition with original packaging and certificates of authenticity, which can appeal to serious collectors seeking complete proof sets. Numismatic interest also grows for coins with minor errors or die variations, such as double dies on the obverse or reverse, repunched mint marks, or slight off-center strikes, as these anomalies are far less common than standard circulation coins and can sometimes fetch hundreds of dollars in specialized collector markets. The 1996 penny also benefits from the modern coin collecting trend, where collectors aim to gather complete sets of Lincoln cents by year and mint mark, making even seemingly ordinary coins desirable when they fill gaps in a collection. Additionally, careful attention to toning, scratches, and handling marks can influence value significantly, as coins with natural, attractive toning or deep original luster are often more appealing than those with cleaning marks or damage. Beyond its monetary aspect, the 1996 Lincoln cent also serves as a gateway coin for new collectors, given its accessibility, historical significance, and connection to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which spans over a century. For both novice and experienced collectors, this coin represents a blend of affordability, historical narrative, and subtle numismatic intrigue, demonstrating that even a humble 1-cent piece can carry stories, artistry, and potential investment value when carefully selected and preserved.